recite a poem on International Education Day. Education, the light of life, a gift of academic life. Education, the key of bright and rewarding future, a glue that joins our dreams like a structure. Education, a path to divine success, a smooth ride to our greatness. Education gives our thinking a better experience and helps to drive all the ignorance. Education, it leads to the path of prosperity and gives our tomorrow sounding security. Education, the process of teaching and learning, will help us in our future only. Thank you.
अंधकार को दूर कर जो प्रकाश फैला दे, बुझी हुई आश में जो विश्वास जगा दे, जब लगे नामुमकिन कोई भी चीज उसे मुमकिन बनाने की राह जो दिखा दे, वो है शिक्षा। हो जो कोई असभ्य उसे सभ्यता का पाठ जो पढ़ा दे, अज्ञानी के मन में ज्ञान का दीप जो जला दे, हर दर्द की दवा जो बता दे, वो है शिक्षा। वस्तु की सही उपयोगिता को जो समझाए, दुर्गम मार्ग को सरल जो बनाए, चकाचौंध और वास्तविकता के बीच का अंतर जो दिखाए। जो ना होगा शिक्षित समाज हमारा, मुश्किल हो जाएगा सबका गुजारा। इंसानियत और पशुता के बीच का अंतर है शिक्षा।
Education is the most empowering force in the world. It creates knowledge, builds confidence, and breaks down barriers to opportunity. For children, it is their key to open the door to a better life. However, it is a sad reality of our world today that millions of children will never receive this key. They are destined to stay locked in cycles of disadvantage and poverty. I think Malala Yousafzai described this heart-wrenching situation best when she said, "In some parts of the world, students are going to school every day. It's their normal life. But in other parts of the world, we are starving for education. It's like a precious gift. It's like a diamond. This cannot continue. All children deserve to receive the precious gift of education." To get the 263 million children currently out of school back in, to make sure the 130 million children currently reaching grade 4 without learning basic reading and math skills become masters of both. To stop girls being excluded or married off. Right now, one girl under 15 is married every 7 seconds. This should be starting a new year of school, not starting a new life of disadvantage. I know this sounds a bit bleak, but we have to face up to the fact that we are in the midst of an education crisis and are running well behind on our promise to the world's children. However, instead of acting fast to address this crisis, our efforts are slowing down. Development dollars spent on education have declined in the past decade, from 13% to 10% since 2002. I would like to finish with these words of Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you. Signing off, Aditi Saxena.
Good morning. Today, I, Babreen Kaur of class 8B, is here to introduce my topic on education, the most empowering force in the world. As Nelson Mandela says, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education is the key to eliminating gender inequality, to reducing poverty, to creating a sustainable planet, to preventing needless death and illnesses, and to fostering peace. And in a knowledge economy, education is the new currency by which nations maintain economic competitiveness and global prosperity. Education is an investment and one of the most critical investments we can make. Today, around the globe, an estimated 61 million primary age children are out of school, and almost half of them in conflict-affected poor countries. Too often, even those students who do go to school finish without basic literacy and numeracy skills. It is estimated that 250 million children cannot read and write or count well. Expanding educational access for girls is not just an urgent economic and social need. In many cases, it is literally a matter of life and death. A mother who can read better protect her children from chronic illnesses, from AIDS, and from dying young. Education is the foundation of peace and prosperity. I can't imagine a better world without global commitment to providing better education for women and youth. And I urge all of us to reinvigorate our efforts to accelerate progress in improving access, quality, and student achievement worldwide. Thank you.
Good day. I, Krati Garg, is going to deliver a speech on education, the most empowering force in the world. Education provides us the tools to improve the quality of life in modern society both economically and sociologically. Education is the power, and no one can ever deny this fact. Education has the power to change our entire life, starting from promoting gender equality to reducing poverty. It is one gesture in which we receive information and give systematic instructions in return. So, in order to be successful, we need education. Learning is a never ending process. Every human being keeps on learning till the end of life. Learning modifies our thinking capabilities and conceptions. Thus, our ideas keep changing due to it. We break the preconceived barriers with changing mindsets. This change helps us to interact with others. We feel free to express our ideas, and this is how education changes us. Education helps us solve problems, fight poverty, and gives us courage to speak against injustice. Educated people know what is right and what is wrong. So, if someone is going wrong anywhere, then an educated person has the courage to raise voice against the injustice. Truly educated people will not refuse to stand up against injustice. Hence, it is rightly said that education can change people, communities, entire nation, and even the future of humanity. At last, I just want to say that education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Thank you.
We all know that year 2020 had many ups and downs, not only in the field of health but also in the field of education. So on the occasion of International Education Day, we have a panel of some students of a school discussing about the challenges they face in education during pandemic. So here we welcome Tanuj, Divyanka and Nandini. When you heard of coronavirus spreading and about the lockdown, so what was your reaction towards it, and did you thought that the education system will go online?
Yeah, of course. As other countries had adopted the online education method, so I thought our country will adopt the same method as it is very beneficial for all the students and none of them is lagging behind in their studies.
Yeah, that's very true. Our country definitely had an advantage over other countries. So with new things, both pros and cons come. So can you tell some of them from online classes?
Yeah, I felt very disadvantages were there. Like initially when there was a lot of connectivity issue while teacher was speaking, her voice was cracking and screen was not visible many times. And most importantly, I felt that very less interaction and discussion of students were there on varying ideas and views. I thought that. And our eyes were paining also on being on the laptops and mobile phones all the time for homework and school classes. And most importantly, lack of physical exercise.
Yeah, that's very true. Physical exercise was not being there in online classes. So it's very biggest disadvantage for the health of students.
Yes, absolutely correct. But Divyanka, we should look at the brighter side also.
The advantages which I felt were as the responsible and respected citizen of our country, we understood our fundamental duties towards our society. As when someone suffered from this disease, the countrymen showed kindness and stood together to help them out. We know that it was a very tough time, and secondly, I felt that this pandemic brought us more closer and united. The Indian culture, this pandemic also showed that the Indian culture of our country, that coronavirus or any disease can be, it can be, it can be.
Yeah, I think it can be overcome by that, like saying namaste and social distancing was very helpful in that. So our Indian culture has played a very important role in that.
Yeah. So now it's become easy for you to adjust with this new normal form of education.
Initially, I think that it was a bit difficult for being online and for the virtual media as we don't know how to operate that.
Yeah.
But as our teachers and parents helped us and guided us, now I am used to it and I find it very easy for the virtual media. I must say it is easy now by the guidance of our parents and teachers.
Yeah, of course, it was a bit difficult at the starting, but later on, as we have to move with technology, it became handy.
Yeah, that's very true. But some students might have misused this opportunity. So, can you tell some instances that a child has caused mischief during online classes, and how did teacher or you students help teacher to overcome this? Yes, Parth. It was a matter of concern at starting, but steadily it decreased. When the online classes started, some students were mischief and distraction during the class. But when the teachers got to know all about it, they took the high action and now it's somewhat finished. And all these malpractices are finished now. All the teachers contributed and played a very vital role in life change, as they did all the hard work which was possible at the time of the pandemic. Yeah. So now please tell how were your exams taken online?
Yeah, our periodic exams were taken through Google Form. It was an MCQ test and it was much easy for us to complete the test on time. And our yearly exams were taken through Zoom app and some from Google Form. From Zoom app we had to open our video and show our copy and then we had to do test. But some of the children adopted malfunctions. They were cheating and many teachers caught them, and it was a bit difficult for us as we were having a lot of restriction by that.
So were you happy that you can take advantage of this online classes, online exams and online classes, so you can cheat more easily, or you were unhappy that with you it would those who didn't cheat it will be unfair towards them. So were you happy or unhappy about that?
For
About it?
those students, being happy for this is the most bad thing as they are being honest with themselves. As I believe that honesty is the best policy and being honest with oneself is the best thing that ever happened in the world. So as we look at on online exams, many students were cheating and freezing their videos also and peeping through the Google and other sites. And teachers were shouting and it was troubling teachers also that where are you looking like that? And distraction and concentration, lacking concentration of those students was very much there who were doing the exams very honestly. So I think it was a disadvantage for that students who were doing honestly and this should not happen.
Yes, as Divyanka said, that those who did all the exams with honesty and with knowledge, it was unfair to them. But it is said that cheating is a choice, not a mistake. This can reveal the perspective of life that the one who cheats never success in life. Yeah, student doesn't feels about it. They don't take it as that it can destroy their future. Yes, I think that cheating is the biggest betrayal that one makes in his life. Yeah. So now you are okay with this new normal or you want schools to open?
I'm a bit afraid for the schools to be open, but I'm sure that with all the protocols, it will be easy to come to school as we have seen our 10th class is also coming to school and they are okay with that. And now the regular classes are more beneficial than the online classes because in online classes very less interaction and discussion of students are there or varying ideas and we're not able to see all the views of the students. So I think school should be open.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a very important thing to that the school should be used. And I think that school plays a very vital and important role in a child's life as it builds the social and educational temperament in a child. I think that from online classes is somewhat late. So I am happy and agree that schools are used. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, of course. I'm willing to come to school.
Okay, you know the government has passed order for two schools to open for higher classes. So you know about that?
Yeah, we know about it and we are really happy about it.
Okay. So we will now end up our discussion here only and hope for your future